Hello and welcome back to Derpy Dungeons. This is Yasuo, and today we are playing Process of Elimination Demo. I'm a little under the weather today. I don't know if you can tell from my voice, but I still want to play the game. So I am. It's also freezing here. Alright, let's get into this.
リーダー、電話を
If
わ
that
ざわざ
phone
偽装
message
すると
was
いうことは、
falsified, Chief,
ローシさ
then
ん
by
は
the
あの
time we
時、
received it, Senior was
ああ、すでに殺されて
precisely.
いたか。
He was already
もしく
dead.
は電
Or
話
at
な
least
ど
in
で
no
きない状
state,
態だった
state
の
to
だ。
speak. The culprit used
犯
the
人は
call to
電話を
tamper
する
with
こ
the
とで
chronology of
犯
the
行時刻を
crime.
ごまかし、
遺体をわざわざバラバラにしたの
So the
も、
dismembered
八つ咲き校の犯行を
body
模し
is
たと思
meant
わ
to
せて、
make us think
犯行
this
時
was
刻を特
done
定
by
し
the
づらくす
culture
るためです
induced,
か。
as well as distort the
巧
time
妙な
of
トリッ
death.
クですね。
How ingenious.
まんまと犯人の
My
策略に乗
deepest
ってしまい、
apologies for allowing the
申し訳
killer's
ありま
ploy
せ
to
ん。
deceive me.
私もまだ
It
まだ
would
です
seem I
ね。
still have much more to learn. Workaholic hangs his head. Ideal smiles gently at him before continuing to speak.
地下室でローシ君殺害の
The
準備を整え
culprit
た犯
set
人
up
は
Senior's death
彼
in
の
here
デバ
and
イスを
fled with
片
his
手に地下
D-pad.
室を後にした。
Then, per their plan, they
そして
contacted
計
me
画
as
通
we
り
investigated
研究、
Smarts.
そしてローシ探偵の遺体を
In
発
doing
見さ
so,
せ
they
るため
summoned the
に
DA members to the
探偵
manor
同
so
盟の
that
メンバ
Senior's
ーを
body
妖
would
怪
be
呼び出したんだ。
discovered.
待てよ。老子のおやつさんからの
Hold
連
up,
絡は
boss!
リーダーが録音
We
してく
all
れた
heard
音
that
声を
recording you
俺
made
た
of
ち
old
全
Senior's
員が聞
message,
いたんだ
right?
ぜ。声の違いに誰も気づけなか
It
っ
was
たな
even
んて
wrong
こ
with
と
scientific
科
muscle.
学的にありえるんで
But
す
none of
か？
us would notice his voice wasn't the same.
人間の記憶の特性だ
That
よ。
would be due to the peculiarities of the human memory.
人間の脳は構
The
造上、
human brain
視
excels
覚
at
情報
recalling
の記憶が
visuals, but
得意な
struggles
一
to
方
do the
で、
same with
言
linguistic
語
and
情報や
auditory
聴覚情
information.
報、そのため、
Because
親
of
し
this,
い相手であっ
it's
た
not
としても、
uncommon for people to be
電話で
incapable
声
of
を聞いただ
identifying
け
a
で
caller
は、
on the
正
phone,
確に電話主
even
を
if
思
it's
い出せ
someone
な
they
い
know
例は
well.
珍しくない。
確かに、取引先の名前を
They
覚える
often
際、
say that clients'
容姿や
names
声
easier
と
to
名前を
remember
結び
when
つけると
associated with the
覚えや
voice
すい
or
と言われ
face.
ている。
Things grow hazier with words and
文字
sounds
や声の
alone.
情報だ。
電話で相手の名前を聞い
Yeah!
た途端に
Sometimes
記
once you
憶
hear
と
a
声が
person's
結び
name
つ
on
く
the
ことっ
phone,
て
your
あるわ
memory
よ
makes
ね。
a connection to their
それと
voice.
同じ原理だと思う
Name
わ。
diff.
電話での振り込め詐欺がいい例だ
Bank
な。
transfer scams are a prime
電話主
example.
に名前
The
を先に
scammers
口に
begin
さ
by
れると、
providing the
記
caller's
憶と声
name.
に多少の
So you
差異があ
fall
ろう
for
と
it
も
even if their
誤
voice
認し
does
て
not
しまう。
match.
多少の声の違和感
You end
は
up convincing
通信の
yourself
不
that
具合
any
が原
oral
因だろうと、
discrepancies
自分
are
で
the
自
result
分
of
を
a
都合
poor
よく納得させ
connection.
てしまうんだ。
そういえばさ、老子のじっ
Speaking
ちゃん
of
からの連
old
絡、
Senior's
マ
message
ジで聞
was
き取
like
りづらさ
totally
やばか
screwed
った
with
よ
static.
ね。
I could barely
あれ
hear
っ
him.
て
Was
声
that
の
just a
違いを
cover up?
隠すためだ。
おそらくは、
Likely so. The whole
すべ
thing
てが
seems
作為的な連
contrived.
絡だったんだよ。
そこまで分かっているなら、
If you knew
呼び
all
かけに
this,
答えなけ
then
れば
why
よかったで
respond
は
to
あ
the
りません
summons?
の？
Dispatching
犯人
detectives
の
to
思
follow
惑
the
通り
whims of
に
a
探
killer?
偵を派遣するなんて。
信じたかったのさ。
Because I wanted to believe it was him. For the first time, Ideal's expression grows dark and serious.
もし犯人が老子君を
If
演
the
じている
culprit
の
was
なら、
impersonating Senior,
彼
it
は
meant he
電話な
couldn't
どでき
speak.
ない状態だ
It
と
meant I
いう
would never see him alive
だ
again.
から私は、老子
When I
君の
decided
生
to
存
put
に
our
望み
forces
を
in
かけて、
two while the wild
戦
forces
力を二分
seemed
さ
to
せ、
live.
洋館で罠が待ち受けていようと
By
も決
virtue
め
of their
よう。
self-defense
護身
expertise,
術に
I
長ける
sent
武装
Arma and
編
Rowdy to the
と
manor
ヤ
in
マト
case
君
of
を
any
同行させ、た
trial.
だ推理
But as you can tell, my conjecture
ご
was
覧
right
の
on
通
the
り
mark.
的中だ。
I've never detested my powers of
自
insight
分の
much
推理
more.
力を恐怖の裏に。
Her mirthless, sorrowful laughter startled me. I realized now that those skilled at deductive reasoning can also foresee the grim future. Ideal predicted the death of her friend. The pain she's feeling must be greater than I can even imagine.
だが探偵の仕事は、悲劇を
However,
嘆く
a
ことでは
detective's
ない。
job is not to lament
悲
tragedies,
劇
but
の
to
真相
unravel
を
the
解明
truth
し、
behind them and
陰
reverse
惨
their
たる
bleak
結末を
outcome.
殺害された同士
Our
23
23
名の無
murdered
念は必ず
comrades
晴らしてみせる。
will not go unavenged. On this, you have my word.
探偵諸君、
Ladies and
私に
gentlemen,
協
I
力
call
してく
upon
れ。
your aid. If all 13
こ
of
の
us
島に
combine
集ま
our
った
efforts,
13人の
I
力
know
が合
for a
わされ
fact
ば、
that we can stop the
必
culprit
ず
and
八
do.
つ咲き校の
I realize that everyone else is silent, each of them listening intently to what Ideal says. It's incredible to think that they were all arguing just moments ago. In such a short amount of time, the strength of our abilities and resolve has gained the trust of our fellow detectives.
早速だが、みんなに調べてもらいたいことがある。詳細
Now,
な指示
without
はデ
further
バイスで
ado,
送る
there's
から、
something I'd like us
今から
all to
伝える場所に
investigate.
各自赴い
I'll
てくれ
send the details via D-pad. For now, please go where instructed.
私の頭に
I
浮
have
か
a vague sense of
ぶお
what
ぼろ
really
げなる
happened
真
here.
実は
By the time
君
you
たちの
finish,
捜査が終わっ
the
た頃
truth
に
should
は
take
輪郭
shape
を
and
得て
reveal itself before us.
さあ探偵
Ladies
同
and
盟
gentlemen
の
of the
諸君
Detective Alliance,
悲
let us
劇を
reverse
覆
this
すとし
tragedy.
よう
After receiving directions from Ideal, the others take their leave from the basement to begin their investigations. We had been divided into teams of 3, leaving Ideal, Armor, and myself with the crime scene. Ideal appears to be deep in thought, so I decided to join Armor in examining the body. True to the Quartering Duke's name, the victim's head, arms, and legs have all been severed away from the torso. The more I look, the more horrific the manner of death appears. It's so savage I can't believe the culprit is even human. But the cruel truth is inescapable. What lies before us is the depraved work of not a monster, but a person.
無能殿
Sir, incompetent! Even if the culprit used a wire, do these cross-sections of the corpse not appear too clean for you?
断面
The cross-sections? Grudgingly, I take a closer look at the severed parts. They've been cut so perfectly straight it seems unnatural. Surely a human body couldn't be that easy to slice clean through. Evidence acquired. Overly clean cut.
いくらこのワイヤーの切れ
No
味が
matter how
優れている
keen
と
a
して
wire's
も
edge may
人
be,
の力
by
で
no
切断
means
しよ
could
う
mere
とすれ
human
ば
strength saw through
途
a
中で
lemon
切
one
断面に
smooth
ズレが
stroke.
生ハサミで紙を両
With
断す
cutting
る際
paper with scissors,
何度も
the
ハサミ
blade's
を
path
開閉すれ
shifts
ば
each time you
それだ
part
け
and
切り
join
口
them,
が
does it
歪むであ
not?
ろう
そうですね
True.
切り直そうとするほ
And
ど
the more you try to
微妙
correct
に
it, the
歪ん
more
でしまいます
misshapen it gets. If only subtly. Wait, so then the culprit didn't use human strength,
人の力では
but
ない
rather some other
別の
method to
方法でワイ
wind
ヤ
the
ーを巻
wire
き取ったっ
around
てこと
Senior
じゃ
Detective?
では
Another
その方
method?
法とは
Of course! This could only mean...
つまり
It could only mean...
全然わからぬ
I haven't the faintest clue!
僕もです
Me neither. Both of our shoulders droop.
そういえばなぜか
Come
天
to
井から
think of
血
it!
が滴ってく
Why
る
is
の
blood
だ
dripping
が
from the ceiling?
人間の
Does
血
human
液が
blood
天
have the
井に
force to
届く
spray
ほ
that
ど
high in the
勢
air?
いよく吹き出すものな
Huh. You're right. The whole ceiling splattered red.
本当です
What
ね
could have caused that?
天井にもべったり
Evidence
と血が
acquired.
ついてる
Blood-stained ceiling.
どうし
わかったぞ
Eureka!
何が分かったんですか武
Did you
装さ
figure
ん
something out, Armor?
我では力不足だということ
Indeed!
が
I
よ
have
くわか
determined
っ
that
た
we are woefully unfit for this
やはり
task.
我には
'Twould seem mystery solving is far beyond our ken. You don't mince words, do you? True to his appearance, Armor really does fall on the bronze end of the spectrum. Takes all kinds to be a detective, I guess. However, being that I'm the top suspect in this case, his candor and utter lack of suspicion are a total relief. Though he does strike me as kind of an enigma somehow.
幾分かリラックスした様子じゃないか
I see you've managed to relax a bit, incompetent. Idea approaches, visibly enjoying herself.
先ほどまでの怯え切った顔
I'm
と
glad
比べ
that
ると
fear in the
段違い
headlight
だ
you
よ
looked from before has melted
ま
away.
ああの顔はあ
So
の
I
顔
suppose it
で
did
愛
have
くる
its
しかったわね
charm.
武装さん
Were you able to sort out
考え事は終わったんで
whatever
す
was
か
on your mind, Adele?
ああ推理の展望
Yes,
がおおよそ見え
I've
た
nearly deducted every element of the
At
case,
the
so I was
chokehold
left to have the rest
Package
use this
and
to work
scissors
finding the
tested.
evidence. We've only just started, and already she's pieced together the truth of the situation. With intellect like hers, it's no wonder she's the de facto head and second highest ranked member of the VA.
理想殿は何故
If I may, Lady
ここ
Idea,
に残したのだ
wherefore did you station
お
me
主は
here?
我のサポ
I
ートなど
scarcely
不要だと
believe you
思う
would
のだ
require my assistance.
ああはっきり
You
言
would
っ
be
て
correct.
推理力の
Frankly,
面
I
で
have no
私は武
expectations
装
of
君
you,
にさほど期待はしていない
Alma, as far as your powers of deduction are concerned. Cool! Idea gives a quick, straightforward reply to the point where it's almost impressive.
だが君ほど侮
However,
辱に他者を
no
か
one
ばう者
defends others with so much
武装
sincerity
君の
as
性
you.
格は
Your
君自身が
personality
思う
impacts
以
the
上
team far
に
more
真
than you
理
realize.
今布尾君が落
It's
ち着いて
because
推理に
incompetence
臨めて
feels
いる
comfortable around you
武
that
装
you
君に
take
対
the
して
step of the
心を
case
開いている
with a
から
calm mind. Isn't that right? I nod. She hit the nail on the head. I'm much more at ease now that when everyone was puzzled around me earlier. It's probably due to how much I already trust Armor, as well as how confident I am that he would protect me from danger.
正直に言うと
Though if
もう
I'm
こ
being
の現場に
honest,
は
there's
調べ
nothing
る
more
べき
here
事
worth
情は何も
examining
ない
at
ん
this
だ
stage. Come again? Come again? So all of our investigative efforts were for nothing?
だからこそ断念
However, that is precisely why I
先
can
ほど
say
の
with
君たち
certainty
の
that
推
we
理
were on the right
とても
track.
いい方向に
One
向
of
か
the
っ
things
た
I'm both of you.
推理が得意な探
For
偵
another
が他
detective
に一人
skill
で
that
もい
is
れ
asking
ば
around,
き
I'm
っ
sure
と
you
多
would
くの
have
事
picked
実
up
に
on
気
the
がつくことができたのは
message
我々の強みはチームで行動していることだ
Consider how much progress we
君
made
たち
by
二人が
combining
話し合い
our
ながら調査していた
rather
よう
than
に
looking alone.
この大切さを理解してくれると
I
思った
kept
から
you
こ
here
そ
with me because I
君
was
たちには
positive
私
you
の
would
そばに
understand
残って
how
もらっ
crucial
たん
this
だ
concept can be. Idea's voice brushes against us with a gentle comfort. At this moment, I see her not as our mature, mysterious leader, but for the young girl she is, as if her mask has slipped off.
さて他の探偵たちに指
Now
示を出し
then,
に行こ
let's
うか
give the other detectives their
単
next
独行動は
instructions
避
and
けたい
stick
から
close,
二
if
人
you
もついて
would.
きてくれ
I wish to avoid moving alone. With that, Idea leads us out of the basement. There is nary a soul before the passageway. Where could the other detectives have gone to investigate?
探偵デバイスのマップ機能を
Perhaps
使
you
用す
should
る
try using the map function on your D-pad. As she speaks, Idea shows us the screen on her own device.
私たちのいる館のマッ
Oh,
プと
gameplay!
各探偵の位置が表示されているのが分かる
Oh! This is the map of the manor. See how each detective's position is marked.
このマップには
Anyone
位置
who
情
has
報
the
の共
location
有機
sharing
能を
feature
オンにし
turned
た
on
探偵
will
の
appear
デフォ
here.
ルトではオンになっ
It's
てい
set
る
to
から
on by
お手
default,
洗いに行く時など
but there
は
are
オフにする
times you may prefer to turn it off, such as when visiting the restroom.
すごいどこに誰がいるのか一目でわかる
Incredible, you can see where everybody is just at a glance. But I do not spy lately downtown, so workaholic or lately rowdy.
ああ彼らには外の見張りをお願いした
I
よ
asked them to stand guard
犯人が外
outside.
部に出てく
There's
可
a
能性も
possibility
考
the
えうる
culprit may have fled there, you see.
なんだと
What?
では我
Then
ら
let
の
us
向かう
sally
のである
forth as well.
殺人鬼
We
が
cannot allow the
うろついているエリア
fair
を支援
maidens
す
to
ること
stroll
女
about
性たちが
outside
歩
while
む
the
など
killer is on the
追ってお
prowl.
け
Moments after shouting this, Armor rushes towards the entrance.
行ってしまった社
All
畜君もヤマト
Pinkos
君
with
もいるから
workaholic
平
and
気だと
rowdy
思う
there, they should be fine.
まあよしとしようか無
Let's
能
leave
君
them
だけに教
be.
えておきたい機能
Some
もある
things
し
I
な
wanted to tell you alone anyway, incompetent. Idea continues her explanation.
このデバイスのマップには
The
実は
map
さ
has
ら
three
に3つ
additional
便利
features.
な機能があるんだ
First is the marking function,
まずは
like
探偵た
mystery.
ちが怪しいと感じた場所
Locations with
ミス
detectives
テリーポイントをマ
non-devious.
ーキングする機能もし捜査に行き詰まった
Try
際
checking
は
these
マ
marked
ーク
points
の場
if
所を
your
推理する
investigation
といい
stalls
それと
out.
マップの色が
Now,
変わっ
can
て
you
い
see
る
how
箇
that
所が見え
one
る
spot on the map is a different color?
それは私が個人的に怪しいと感じた箇所を分析したもの
An evidence
エビデ
square.
ンススクエ
You
ア
can assume these areas contain
そのエリア
some
のどこ
evidence.
そしてもう一つが
Finally, there's
各
the
自の
share
現在
action
の行動を伝
function.
え
You've
合う
got
行
each
動の共
individual
有
to
機能
share whatever it is they're currently up.
試しにカーソ
As
ル
a
を文学探偵
demonstration,
に合わ
try
せてみ
moving
る
the
といい
cursor over to the
彼
one
女が
detective.
今何をしているの
You
か
should immediately
一
be
目
able
で
to
わかる
tell
はずだ
what she's doing. The next action, such as infer or inspect, will be displayed overhead. However, the cursor over the detective to see where they intend to move next. Well, hover the cursor over the detective to see where they intend to move next. So it's infer or inspect.
暖炉に違和感を覚
He has an odd feeling
Yeah,
about the
Hari Bungaku
fireplace.
wa ii
The
sense
worm
を
really
している。
does have a good sense for this.
えただが彼女一
But I
人では
doubt she'll figure
ま
it
だ
out
その
by
意味
herself.
さて無能
But
君に
here's
質
a
問だ
question for you, incompetent.
自分では解けな
What
い
would
謎
you
に
do
出くわ
if
し
you
た際
encountered a mystery
君
you
なら
couldn't
ばどうす
solve
る
on your own? Persevere, continue searching. Roma never quits. Ask for help from my fellow detectives.
先ほどの
Your
経験が
experience
早速
just
生
now
きて
is
いるな
already paying off.
物覚え
I
のいい
like
子が好
people
きだ
who are quick on the uptake.
私も君と
The
同
two
意
of
見
us
さ
are in accord.
自分
When
一人
faced
で
with a
解決
problem
で
you
きない
cannot
問題
solve
は
alone,
仲間
you
の
must seek
力を借
aid
りれば
from
い
your
い
companions.
だが得て
But
して探偵
detectives
はプライ
are
ドが
such
高いものだ
prideful creatures,
いかん
and
せん
sadly,
普段は
most
一人での
conduct their
捜査が大半
investigations
だね
alone.
多く
So
の
they
者
lack
は連携の経験が少ないんで様子を見る限り
From what I've
文
seen
学
so
君も
far,
その一人だな
Bookworm is one such
協
example.
力を促したところで
Encouraging him
無意
to
味だろ
cooperate would likely be pointless. So what should I do then? Adia answers me with a smile.
介入してしまえばいいんだよ。
You should intervene
Cut it,
on their investigation.
介入？
Intervene.
つまり探偵デバイスを通じて探偵たちに今とは別の行動を命じるのさ。近くにいる中井くんが敵人だな。文学くんの元に移動させ一緒に捜査してもらおう。じゃあ指示をよろしく頼むよ。
Now, issue the command if you would. Huh? I freeze up as she casually orders me to do something completely unexpected.
何を硬直している。
I'm so
可
sorry.
愛いやつだな、
Honestly, you're
君
too
は。
cute. I'm merely asking you to
私になりすまして指示を出せと命じ
direction.
ているだけじゃないか。
That's all? What idea detective is asking for isn't so easy to just gloss over. Even so expressing remains dead serious.
大丈夫だ。メールを送る感覚で行える。
That's an email.
私のデバイスを渡すから指示してみ
Try
る。
issuing the command to them. Why me?
未知への挑戦こそが探偵
Facing
の
the
本能
unknown
さ。
is precisely the
何
thing
事も経験だと
detective is
やってみる
obligated
ね。
to. Everything is a chance to gain experience. So go on. Doesn't seem like I can back out of this one. I'll just have to try giving some instructions. Giving the detective to reassign independently planned actions. Detective selects the unknown device will make errors. Investigate alone and generally act inefficiently. Intervene with these individuals and make them work together in order to facilitate a more efficient investigation process. To have Mystic cooperate with Bookworm, simply move him to a spot beside him. Take a look. Oh, look.
2人の推理力を足しても暖炉の謎は解け
See
ない
how
こと
even
がわ
with
かる
both
だろ
their inference values combined, they are unable to solve the mystery of that fireplace. Inference 6 and 5. Okay.
う。そういう時には連携が得
At
意な探
times
偵に
like
指
these,
示を
you
出す
can
んだ。
give a command to a detective who is skilled at assisting. Detectives are able to assist each other from adjacent positions. Any character who is making an inference already or plans to do so can be assisted. Assisting lets you add the culprit assist value to the individual's current value. Okay, so somebody whose assistance is high can be added. Okay. Utilize the command properly to keep your investigation on track. The assistance is 8. So,
神に感謝
assist. Why can't I move?
いい指示だな。ときめいたよ。
Nicely instructed, I'm impressed.
2人の推理
I
力
can
の
already
高まりを
feel
ぐ
the
いぐい
power
感
of
じ
the
る。
experience.
これなら暖炉の
I've
真
been
相にも容易
now
に
that
気
you
づける
easily
はずだ。
discover whatever that fireplace is
さ
like.
て、次はエントランスホールに視点を移そうか。家族くんがシャンデリアの周囲を独
Cautious
占している
keeping the
な。
area near the chandelier
美食
all
く
to
んと飛
himself.
躍くんは遠慮して
Poor May
彼
and
女から
Uncle
離れているら
holding
しい。
back to get her space.
捜査に遠慮は禁物だ。
Holding back, however,
美食くんにはシャンデリアを家族くんと2人で推理をしてもらおう。
Poor May's sister with investigating that chandelier. Each mystery point has a set amount of resolution points. You can uncover a mystery point secret by reducing its RP to 0, advancing the investigation. Try having Gourmet assist Posh to reveal this MP's hidden mystery.
どうかしたの？お姉さんに何かご用？
エクセレント。早くも慣れてきたようだな。
You are a quick study, it
さて
seems.
飛躍くんにはどうしてもらおうかな。
Do you know what skill
あ
he
の子の
excels
服
at?
そのスキル。
Local skilled at discovering evidence, right?
その通り
Precisely.
だ。
He has
探
a
偵の
wonderfully
方じゃない
observant eye.
優れた観察眼を有してい
Indispensable
る
in
な。
a detective.
飛躍くんの最たる特徴は
Topa's key
自分への
characteristic
脅
is that
威
he
を引き
always
つけて
draws
やまない
things
その
to
体質。
himself.
その
As
影
a
響
result,
で事件の
he
手
is
がかりを
more
発見しやすい。
predisposed to finding clues.
飛躍君には体質を
Let's
生か
have
して
Dolphin
シ
use
ャンデ
that
リアの
special
周囲を調
telescope
べ
to
てもらお
inspect
う
the area near the
私
chandelier.
の推理では
I'm willing
手
to
がか
bet
りが
there's a
残
clue
ってい
left
るはずだ
behind there. Evidence squares contain evidence within. Detectives can find these hidden clues by performing an inspection. An inspection's range varies with an individual's inspection value. For example, Doleful is able to inspect up to 5 squares away. Try intervening with Doleful to have him inspect the evidence.
何か用かないいね理想的な指示だ
Bravo! That was an
私も
idea
誇らしいよ
command. I'm swelling with pride.
さてチューニングは
Alright,
完了
that's
だ
enough warming up. It's time
そ
to
ろそ
raise
ろ
the
探偵
curtain
ラ
on
イブ
the
のスタートだよ
detective show.
捜査開始の指
Give
示
the
を
order
出し
to
て
start the
経過を見守ろう
investigation. Keep an eye on the passage. Once the detective's actions are set, press options to access the main menu, and select Investigate or Preliminary. Upon selecting Investigate, the detectives you have intervened with will follow your commands while the rest will act independently. In a preliminary investigation, only those you have intervened with will act. It is wise to begin with this as it can uncover new mysteries or clues. While we haven't intervened with Techie, there isn't much to do, so let's start the investigation anyway. So, preliminary? No, investigate. Some characters still intervene with us. Start the investigation.
この辺りを調査すればいいんだよね
Okay, time to investigate this area. Here I go. Trip, fall. Ah! I tripped again. Part of the carpet's been cut off. No wonder why.
どうしてだろう
Evidence acquired. Scrap of carpet. Moose!
なぜ
Resolve!
私が協力しなければなりま
Why
せん
should I cooperate
一
with
人で十
you?
分ですわ
I can handle this alone, thank you very much.
まあまあ上等なお肉だって
I do not know these characters'
スパイスが効いてこ
voices.
そ美味しく食べれるものじゃない
I think I keep changing it. I'm sorry. Now, a fine cut of meat is even tastier with the right seasoning, yes?
家族ちゃんはこ
In
の
other words,
私
Posh,
自分
you
の
can
好
use
き
me
に
to
美味しく
spice
出
up
し
your
てくれればいい
deduction.
のよ
確かにその通りですわね
That's a fair point. Very well. Enhance my flavor, gourmet.
このシャンデリアの傷
The chandelier is nicked
ちょっと見
up.
てもらっていいか
Posh,
しら
can you take a look at this?
なんですかこの傷
These scratches.
犯人がローシ
Could
タ
there be a
ッキーを
hint
殺
of
した
how the
方法
culprit killed senior detective? Scratched chandelier evidence acquired. Boost! Resolve!
なぜあなたと一緒に推理などしなければならないのでしょ
Why should I investigate with you?
う少女
Ask the girl who
周りに
lives in
唇
the
を
house to
尖
be
らせ
dissatisfied.
まあそう言うな
Don't say that! This is all a chance to learn from your father.
暖炉というものは
Hearths do hold a rustic charm, though having to add the firewood every time is a bit of a hassle.
薪
Firewood? That's it. I mean,
そういうことです
so that's it, mused the girl, finally pinning down
少
what
女
seemed to
が
miss.
自分の抱く違和感の正体
Evidence acquired. Fireplace. Evidence acquired. Burnt glove.
君の指示
Squeaky
に
squeaky.
捜査が大きく進展
Your
した
directions have truly made a difference in how well the investigation is progressing.
君は私が
When I
現れた
arrived, you pushed the others to work together. It was remarkably
あれは非常に探偵と警察の最大の違い
different between
組
detectives
織だっ
and the
て行動
police
せず自分一人で解
is
決
that
す
while
る
we may be an organization, we solve cases alone rather than together.
あえて悪い言い
To
方
put
を
it
するならば
unkindly,
自分こそが
detectives
事
see
件の主
themselves
役
as
だと
the
思って
lead
いる
role
の
in
だ
an investigation.
これでは
Thus,
探
our
偵団の
capability
最
as
大
a
の
team
強
of
みである
experts goes
有能な
unrealized.
あの八つ咲き
If
君を
we're
相
to
手
take
取
on
る
the
のであれ
torturing
ば
too,
そんな無
we
謀な
can't
姿勢では
abide
ダメ
reckless behavior.
我々が
Let's
率
you
先
and
し
I
て協
take the
力を
lead
促して
in
いこう
encouraging
無能
everyone to collaborate.
僕なんて
How could someone like me do that? There's no way any of these detectives would follow what I say. Plus, they don't even need me. Idea alone should be able to hold them together.
自分を卑下しがちな点
Your
は
tendency
君の
to
美
downplay
徳
yourself is a
でいずれ直さなけれ
virtue,
ば
but
ならな
also
い
a
弱さでも
weakness
あるな
you will be forced to address someday. Idea speaks as though she can see into my very soul.
ただ歴史に名を残す指導者は得て
Leaders
して
who
臆
make
病者で
history
あ
are
ると言わ
often
れて
said
い
to
る
be cowards,
それは
likely because they
彼らが
fixated
自
not
身
on
に
their
何がなせ
potential,
るかより
but their
自分の
limits.
弱さを知れば
Know your
強さもお
weaknesses,
のずと見えてくる
and in time, you will
無
know
能
all
君
of
も
your
きっとそうなって
strengths.
くれるものと
I'm
私は
confident
信
you
じ
will
て
go
い
through
る
this as well. Incompetent.
どうしてあなたは
Why? Why do you have so
そこまで
much
僕の
faith
ことを
in me? Well, I can tell you why she has so much faith in you. It's because you saved her life. She's that girl from the past. I don't remember her name, but that's exactly why. Dot, dot, dot. She opens her eyes wide, fretting over something with an unfocused gaze.
まだ言えないというのは虫が良す
I'd
ぎる
say I can't tell you yet, but that would be selfish of me, wouldn't it?
何かが起きる前に伝
I
えてお
should
こ
let
う
you know before something happens.
私がこの場に君を呼んだ
The true reason I
本当
called
の
you
わけ
here,
を
that is. The elusive air around her now feels, tense. I'm frozen in place as her hydrangea-hued eyes stare at me. My heart is hammering and my body feels hot all over.
無能君私の名前は
Incompetent. My name is
避
what?
けろ無能君
Incompetent! At that moment, a powerful force crushes me, and my vision goes black. Someone suddenly leaps on my back, taking me to the floor. My head spins, sparks explode behind my eyes, and my consciousness grows hazy. Through it all, I can feel a strong pressure on my throat. Ugh. As my voice involuntarily slips out, I finally realize that someone is strangling me. I can't breathe. My mind starts to fade and my whole body starts to go pale. I flail about in desperation, catching nothing but air. If this keeps up, I know for a fact that it's going to kill me.
やめろ下道探偵
Renegade, stop! Thwack.
大丈夫か無能君
Are you alright, incompetent?
一体どういうつもりだ下道
What
探
in the
偵
world are you thinking, Renegade?
デバイスのマーキング機能をオフにすれば
Turn off
今みたい
your...
にいくらで
No,
も不意
turn
打ち
off
可能だ
your
よね
deep-head location sharing, and you can pull off as many ambushes as you want, the way I did just now.
デバイスとにらめっ
I
こば
wanted
か
to
りしてい
show
る
you
と
the
足
dangers
元を
of
救わ
burying
れ
your
ると
head
いう
in
懸
that
念を伝
device.
えたかったん
How
だ
easily you can
許
slip
して
and
くれ
lose your
ホーム
footing.
ズ
Forgive me, Holmes.
謝罪する相手が違う
You're talking to
こ
the
の無能
wrong
探偵を
person.
深く
Incompetent
真
here
摯に
deserves a deep,
心から詫びろ
sincere
速やかに
apology.
だ
Hurry
さも
now,
な
or
けれ
that
ば
charm on your neck
君
will
の首の
pop.
オーケーオーケー
Okay,
優
okay,
先
I
順
got
位を
my
間違っ
priorities
てい
screwed
たよ
up.
Sorry
Sorry. The lanky man has a nonchalant air about him. He turns to me wearing a fake smile.
俺は下道探
The
偵
name's Renegade.
少しいたず
I'm
ら
a
好きなだけの
virtuous
善良な
investigator
探
with a
偵さ
chance for practical jokes.
好きな言葉は
My
世界
favorite phrase
平和
is
趣
world
味は
peace.
ボランティアだよ
I spend my free time
仲良くしておく
volunteering. Hope we can get along. After almost killing me, fuck you.
なんだか真剣な
Your
話をしていたから
conversation was
つ
so
いチャチャを
serious
入れ
I
たくな
just
ってしまっ
had to
たん
butt in
だ
with my levity.
ごめんよ
Some my
許してくれ
bad.
るかな
Can you ever
許
forgive
してく
me?
れるよね
You will, won't you?
あり
Thanks.
がとう
He prattles on with his apology, finishing up with a cackle. I startle when I notice a line of blood dripping down my neck. Is it really that funny to choke someone so hard that your nails rip into their skin? I was genuinely prepared to die. How far is this guy willing to take a joke?
そんなに怯えた
Come
顔をし
on,
ない
don't
で
look
く
so
れ
scared.
よ
I didn't give you that
そそ
tingling
られ
feeling.
るじゃない
Didn't it give you that tingling feeling? And now he's beaming at me, face flushed with joy. Out of all the detectives I've met, this is by far the most incomprehensible.
君の気まぐれはいつものこ
As
とだが
fickle as ever, but this time you've gone too far. Do so again, and I will
次に同じこと
exercise
を
my
繰り返せば
authority as
リーダー
chief
権
to
限で拘束
restrain
する
you.
ぞ
Adia's voice grows harsher as she steps up to Renegade. Renegade jokingly leaps back in an overdramatic fashion.
わかったよ。
Oh,
My
absolutely,
Holmes.
dear Holmes. I
不
sure
自由
would
は
hate
ご
to
めんだ。
be
君の言葉に従う
inconvenienced.
わ。
Your word is my command.
言ったな
I'll hold you to that.
では今回の事件について
Tell us what
君
you've
なり
gathered
の
about
推
this
理を
case. I
口に
take
し
it
て
that
みろ
you too have seen the truth of the matter. Renegade's eyes grow wide. He sighs.
やられたね。
You got me.
珍しく
I
やけ
did
に
feel a
怒る
bit
と
out
思
of
ったよ。
character the way you got so upset.
初めから俺
You
に
planned to
自
make me
分から
stir,
協力を約
cooperate
束
from the
さ
very
せることが
start,
狙
huh?
いかい？
当然だろ
Of
感
course,
情に
only
振り回され
second-rate
る探
detectives
偵
are
はいる
controlled by their emotions.
一流と
The
は
finest use
感情を
them
武
as a
器として振
weapon.
るうも
Idea detective smiles in triumph. So her harsh tone just now was a lie. I was completely fooled.
まあいいか。
Oh
ホームズの
well,
レ
it
アな
was
怒り
worth it
顔を
to
見ら
see
れ
a
た対
rare
価から
glimpse of your
俺の推
fury.
理を述べろ。
So fine, I'll share my thoughts with you.
この事件は
This
純
case
度
is
が
too
高すぎる。
transparently
だ
pure.
から
So boring, it makes me nauseous.
犯人は
The culprit
さ
must
ぞ
be
満足だ
so
ろうね。
self-satisfied. There's no beauty in it, not in
も
the
っ
least.
と殺しが
Killers should
見
be
に
ugly
くくて
beyond
さ
redemption, gnarled
救
by
いようが
emotion,
なく
oozing,
て
cloudy,
感情が
grimy.
もつれて
That's what makes
よど
it
ん
so
で濁っ
fascinating.
て。
何を
What are you
言ってる
talking
んですか
about? His words are utter nonsense. What's more, he says it all so casually as if he's telling a joke. Just listening to him makes my skin crawl. I'm not equipped to understand the person standing before me. Even the scene of the murder was less chilling than him.
推理するまでもなく
No
中
need
身が
for
丸見えっ
guesswork.
てこ
It's
と
all
さ。
plain as day.
絨
Check out
毯
that
の破
scrap
片
of
を調べ
carpet.
てみるとい
If
い。
my theory is
俺
right,
の
some
推理通
evidence
り
to
な
be
ら
left
俺
there.
を楽しませ
Better
てく
show me
れ
a
よ。
good time, oh future
未来
legend.
の
And with that, Renegade taps my shoulder and departs.
変わった探偵だったろ
A rather peculiar detective, that one.
はい
Yeah, it was like... I stopped myself just in time. It was like talking to a villain, but I obviously can't say that.
まるで悪人と話している気分だったろ
It's like talking to a... Or, sorry, I just started in his voice. It's like talking to a villain, right? Idea speaks my thoughts for me without reservation.
その感覚は正しい
Your intuition is spot on. As a matter of fact, he killed his mother and father with his own very own hands during his youth.
本物の殺人
He's
犯
an actual
それも
murderer?
両親を
His
だなん
own
て
parents? How is
人
someone
が
like that
ど
even
うして
in the
探偵
detective
同盟にいるん
alliance?
ですか
It doesn't matter if he did it as a kid. Letting him have this much freedom is unimaginable. Why he was let into the alliance, I just can't fathom. It makes me suspect that he might even be the Corcoran Duke.
理由は簡単さ
The reason is
彼ほど
simple. No
殺人鬼の
detective
気持ちがわかる
understands
探偵はい
homicidal
ないから
maniacs
だ
better
よ
than he does.
その唯一無二
He's
の
been
才能を
granted
生
a
かし
degree of freedom on
私
the
たち
condition
探
that
偵
he
同盟へ
uses
の
his
協
unique
力を条件
skills
として
to work
一
with the
定の自
detective
由度に
alliance.
性格上
Although
他
his
の探偵
detective
と連携で
prowess
き
is
ないた
on
めに
par with my
序
own.
列こそ4位
His
だが
personality stops him
推
from
理
working
力
with
は私
others,
と同格と言っていい
keeping him at rank number 4.
まさしくその名の通り
He is the
世
most
界で最も下道な
unorthodox
探偵と
detective
言って
in the
いいだろう
world.
ね
A real renegade, as true to his alias as can be. Again, I find myself astounded by the diversity within the DA's personnel. Despite his past, he must be an outstanding detective now. He did give us advice after all, and even if he's terrifying, he surely has a talent for detective work.
仲間として
I'll just have to find a way to trust in him. I whispered this to myself, as if doing so will clear the dark thoughts clouding my mind.
さて想定外の
This
時
has
間が
taken
取ら
up
れ
more
てしまっ
time
た
than expected.
速
Let's
や
move
か
on
に
to the
推理
meat
の
of the
大詰めへと取り
investigation.
下道君は絨毯の切れ端を調べる
Okay,
と言っていたな
we're gonna go ahead and end this here, and I will see you in the next video. If you like this, hit like. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. And I'll see you. Bye bye.